What is one source of information about someone's life that we're all going to have one day? An obituary. And sometimes it gives you really great insights into someone's life, where they were born, when they were born, how they grew up, who they grew up around, where they went to school, what they studied, and more. Obituaries are fantastic sources to get that foundational evidence of someone's life. We can use those as the first step in acknowledging someone's life and their awards, acknowledgments, and then take keys from inside an obituary and make those directions of research. Let's look at one in particular that I made up. This is not a real person. And we're going to go through an obituary together and pinpoint key parts of an obituary and use those for further research. So let's go take a look at one right now. In memoriam, Dr. Benjamin Anderson, esteemed historian and Boston luminary. It is with heavy hearts that we announce the passing of Dr. Benjamin Anderson on Friday, June 23rd, 2023. Born on September 10th, 1950, in the heart of Boston, Benjamin Anderson developed a deep love for history from a young age. His passion for the past was nurtured by his late parents, Adam and Julia Young. He received his PhD from Yale University in 1982 and went on to serve as a professor at Boston College. His groundbreaking book, Unveiling the Hidden Patriots, Forgotten Heroes of the American Revolution, shed light on the contributions of ordinary citizens who had long been overlooked in traditional historical narratives. Dr. Anderson was also a member of the Sons of American Revolution and the American Legion. His time as a member of the Society for Historians of the Early American Republic was of great joy to him, as he valued many colleagues and friends. May his memory be a guiding light for all those who follow in his footsteps. Now, there are some key areas within that short obituary that I made up that you can take and go down a route and see what this man was actually about. Find out more about who he was as a person. Let's take a look at that same obituary, but now I've highlighted key parts of it that you should keep in mind when you develop your research on this particular person. The first thing we notice is his name, Dr. Benjamin Anderson. Obviously, we're going to look at that first. His birth date, September 10th, 1950, and his death date, June 23rd, 2023. Keep those dates in mind because that's going to further your research. You're going to find certain things that are based on his birth date. You're going to maybe find a birth record. We're obviously soon going to be able to find a death record because of the obituary. He's born in the heart of Boston. So now we have a geographic location to look for Benjamin Anderson. We have his late parents' names as well, Adam and Julia, whose original name was Young. He received his PhD from Yale in 1982. That could be a great indicator of we need to go look at a yearbook from Yale in 1982, or maybe go find some classmates to do some oral histories on Dr. Anderson. He became a professor at Boston College. Perhaps we can go interview some of his students. We can find out what he taught at Boston College. We know he has a book, Unveiling the Hidden Patriots, Forgotten Heroes of the American Revolution. So we can go check out this book, see what it's all about. We don't usually take for granted what the book was about based on what the obituary said. We're going to go look at it ourselves and come up with our own ideas about the book. He was a member of the Sons of the American Revolution and the American Legion. Maybe there's something there that we can look towards. Perhaps the American Legion has some more information about him and his membership. Sons of the American Revolution would have an application he would have filled out and could have listed his Revolutionary War ancestor on it. So that's a great key component we need to look at. We also know that he was a member of the Society for Historians of the Early American Republic, which is a large organization. And we could find out more information on, did he do any panels? Did he serve on any councils? Was he an advisor to anyone? What did he do with his colleagues in the society? All of this can be found just from one obituary. And when you're studying the past and you're looking at someone in particular, you don't want to miss looking at their obituary if they are passed on, because it's these key components that allow you to figure out the next steps in your research. Don't sleep on the obituaries.